Can you see my screen? The big one, right? Okay. Let's start. Hi, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining this session on digital behaviors in Switzerland. Before we start, I would like to share some guidelines for this session to ensure the presentation runs smoothly and communication remains clear and effective. So please mute your microphone unless you're speaking. We will keep the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So let's try to go ahead with the presentation that we will address them at the end. This session will be recorded, so you may have to accept the banner. We are now ready to start. My name is Anna De Rocco. I'm head of innovation strategy at the Lifestyle Tech Competence Center. And today I will take you through some insightful figures about digital consumer behavior in Switzerland. This session is part of an institutional project called Fashion and Lifestyle Innovation Booster, which the Lifestyle Tech Competence Center is the alliance partner, and Agora is the leading partner. I'll now hand over to Daniele Panato, Community Development and Innovation Booster Director at Agora, who will tell us more about these exciting initiatives. To you, Daniele.
Thank you, Anna. Welcome everybody to this session. So I'm Daniele Panato. I'm from Agora, and for this program, I'm the director of the program, so overseeing all the operations. And this is one of the informative sessions, part of the program, one of the training session to inform all the community about some interesting insights about the fashion and lifestyle industry. And I would like to shed some light on how the program is structured and how you also can benefit from it and participate. Some of you already are part of the program and being aware, but for the sake of everyone, I will explain the main details of it. So starting from InnoSwiss, because the program is powered by InnoSwiss. So InnoSwiss is the Swiss innovation agencies, and the purpose of InnoSwiss is to fund innovation in Switzerland, first of all, and also to fund radical innovation in this program. And the second purpose is also technological transfer. So the peculiarity of this program is to tackle the very first part of innovation and to put together the research part of the innovation. And so to leverage all the major researches done in Switzerland, all the precious, also I would say, research done in Switzerland, with the potential innovation provided by implementation partners present in the industry. So what we are doing is to leveraging this major community that we have in Switzerland about fashion and lifestyle, and to match them with the research world to find radical innovation about fashion and lifestyle. So what we do is an open innovation program, so it's open to everybody, and also it's a user-centric approach, user-centric approach, and also to find a new sustainable innovation for the industry. We, as said by Anna, we are in alliance with the Switzerland Innovation Park Ticino Lifestyle Tech Competence Center, on which they provide methodological support for our program to disseminate solutions. So how this program is structured, first of all, it's a program on which we've been awarded by InnoSwiss for the next 4 years. This is the first year of the program, and the program usually begins in the year with an industry workshop. The aim of the industry workshop is to find the challenges and the pain points on the industry, on which from it are taken the challenges. So we open call for challenges based on this outcome. The program is run through 2 iterations per year. So 2 calls for innovation are open each year. So in this year, we opened the first one during one major event, Lifestyle Innovation Day. The second one, we had a webinar on which all of our community has been invited to. And we are using an online platform, innovation platform called Join Create, on which it's possible to find those challenges. One is actually still open until tomorrow to receive challenges. You can find more information on our website, ibfashionandlifestyle.ch. You can reach out to any of the part of the team to ask for more information. And then after the application of a challenge, so the challenge is an hypothesis of ideas to be tested. There is a workshop. The first one, we had it in June. The workshop, the aim of the workshop is coming together with the innovation teams composed by research partner and implementation partner, working together to co-create new radical ideas for fashion and lifestyle. And then there will be a pitch day. In this case, next week, we will have the first pitch day where innovation teams that participated in the workshop and applied with the final idea will pitch their ideas to a jury composed by selected members from the research world, so universities and research centers, society, economical world, so companies and realities working in the fashion and lifestyle industry. And for each session, 5 ideas will be awarded. In total, 10 ideas are awarded throughout the year, with about 27,000 francs per idea to test the potential of this new radical innovative idea. So this is pretty much the overview of the program. But if you are willing to learn more, please reach out to us or visit our website. We're more than happy to tell you more and involve. So thank you very much for your attention. I hand it over to Anna to this nice session.
Well, thank you, Daniele. I would also like to briefly introduce the Lifestyle Tech Competence Center and what it does. LTCC is a part of Switzerland Innovation Park Ticino. It is a Swiss-based R&D hub that empowers innovation in the lifestyle industry. Our goal is to drive innovation through collaboration among companies, startups, and universities. One of our core activity is market research, and today I will share key highlights from a couple of latest studies conducted in March 2024 with the data mostly reflecting trends from 2023. The research studies I'm referring to are the ones shown in the slide. The first one is about digital consumer behavior in Switzerland in general, while the second one focuses specifically on fashion industry. The panel and methodology are the same for both, as you can see from the slide. So, ready? Let's start. First of all, I would like to set the scene for the Swiss market in terms of internet usage and e-com adoption. As you can see from the slide, Switzerland leads in the use of internet among European countries with a remarkable 99% of individuals using internet. This level of connectivity is consistent with a steady growth, the trend that observed over the past few years, starting from 94% in 2017 and gradually increased to the current 99%. On the right side of the slide, we can see that this high level of internet usage translates directly into e-com activities. In 2023, 83% of adult population in Switzerland made at least one online purchase, a figure that remains stable from 2021. Also, when we compare to the European Union average of 70%, Italians 51%, we see that Switzerland is ahead in both internet penetration and e-commerce adoption. With this understanding of the market's digital landscape, let's move forward and explore which are the main online activities performed by Swiss population beside e-purchase. Okay, the data shows that from 80 to 90% of respondents identified email, social media, and financial services as their top online activities. Email remains the most dominant activity, with 93% of participants engaging in it regularly. When it comes to social platform, WhatsApp is slightly more favored than other social media like Facebook and Instagram. Financial services, including home banking, are also prominent, with 83% of respondents engaged in these activities, while more niche activities like trading and crypto trading have a modest presence at around 14%. Interesting to notice is that the entertainment and information-seeking activities like reading news and streaming music or movies are also playing a significant role. And specifically in this regard, we can deep dive into how those behaviors vary by generations. The data shows that Gen Z and millennials are significantly more engaged in online entertainment activities. For instance, 89% of Gen Z listen to music online compared to just 48% of boomers. When it comes to financial services like trading and crypto trading, millennials out with 23% of them engaged in crypto trading, substantially higher than other generation. These show a growing interest in financial technology among millennials, although those activities are still relatively niche, involving around 20% of respondents. Meanwhile, boomers report lower than average engagement across all these activities, indicating a preference for more traditional form of entertainment and financial management. But we know that online purchasing remains a significant aspect of digital behavior. In fact, it plays a central role in how consumers engage with the digital platform. As we can see, online sales in Switzerland have reached a remarkable 14.4 billion Swiss franc in 2023. Over the past decade, e-com turnover has doubled, highlighting the significant growth and increasing importance of digital purchasing. From 2022 to 2023, we observe a plus 3% growth, and compared to 2019, the growth reached 9%, translating in a 4-year CAGR. The data reflect a solid and stable upward trend in online sales. The growth is not only driven by international purchase, which saw a 10% increase, but also by domestic transactions on a Swiss platform, which grew by 2% compared to the previous year. Next, we'll explore where exactly these purchases are happening, looking into the platform and categories that drive those numbers. So let's move in this section and dive deeper into understanding the behaviors of digital consumer in Switzerland. We'll explore what drives their decision, the platforms they prefer, and how they interact with the digital world. This slide highlights where Swiss consumers prefer to shop online. As we can see, generalist e-com platforms like Amazon and Digitech are by far the most popular ones, with 74% of respondents using them. This platform, offering a wide range of product categories, cater to the convenience and diverse needs of consumers. In Switzerland, Digitech is a very strong competitor to Amazon, due to constraints related to duties and custom rules, since Switzerland is outside European Union. Amazon service in Switzerland is not comparable to what available in Europe. For example, same-day delivery is generally not offered, and this creates space for Swiss-based platforms like Digitech to thrive and fill the gap left by Amazon. following closely behind online website of well-known retailer such as MediaMarkt and Interdiscount also hold significant tractions, being used by 62% of respondents. This shows the strong presence of established retail brand in Swiss digital market. Specialized platform like Zalando and ASOS come in third place, frequented by 47% of online shoppers. These platforms tend to focus on specific niche like fashion and lifestyle product. Interesting to notice, brand official website and second-hand platforms such as Ricardo or Tutti.ch are tied for fourth place at 36%, indicating also a growing interest in sustainable shopping behavior. Now we have seen where Swiss consumers are shopping online. It's essential to understand what motivates them to make those purchases. Let's explore the key reasons driving their decision to shop online. Looking at the slide, the most important factor is price advantage, with 63% of respondents citing this as key reason. This includes both lower price and specific discounts and promotions available online. Closely following, 60% of consumer highlights greater convenience as a primary motivator. This includes benefits like time saving, 24/7 availability, the ability to easily compare products, home delivery, broader product accessibility. These practical aspects make online shopping more attractive than visiting a physical store. The next major factor is the lack of nearby offline shops, which affects 50% of respondents. For this consumer, online shopping is a practical solution when physical stores are not easily accessible. This can be partially explained by Switzerland's relatively low level of urbanization, where many areas are limited access to physical retail options. Let's now take a look at the preferred devices used by Swiss consumers when shopping online. In the survey conducted in 2024, we observed that smartphones usage in Switzerland increased compared to the prior year. However, PCs still hold the leading position, with 79% of respondents using them for online purchasing compared to the 74% who use smartphone. Interesting to notice that smartphones are the dominant choice among Gen Z and millennials, with 87% and 93% usage respectively, highlighting the strong preference for mobile devices among young generations. On the other hand, PCs remains the primary device for boomers, who shows a lower reliance on smartphone. An interesting trend is the decline in tablets usage in 2023. Despite their prominence in the previous years, this suggests that consumers are favoring more versatile devices like PCs and smartphones for their online shopping needs. As part of understanding consumer behavior, it's important to look at how shoppers interact with support services during their online journey. So in this slide, we explore how Swiss consumers use chat assistant, whether AI-driven or human-driven, and their satisfaction levels. This slide gives an insight of how, let's say, the interaction with this assistant. Only 24% of respondents have used that chat support, whether human or AI-driven, indicating that most consumers do not currently rely on these services when making online purchases. Among those among the ones who did, human assistants outperform AI chatbots in user satisfaction, with 76% of respondents having a positive experience with human interaction compared to 56% with AI-driven. Now let's move on to understand how returns factor in the Swiss online shopping experience, particularly in fashion industry. Return have become a common behavior in online shopping, with 50% of Swiss consumers having returned an online purchase at least once in the past 12 months. This percentage is even higher among fashion consumers, with 56% of shoppers report returning items. Then we look at the returns by generation. Millennials lead, with 65% having returned item purchased online. Gen Z also shows a higher return rate at 56%. This is likely due to younger generation being more comfortable with the flexibility and convenience of returning product as part of their overall shopping experience. We can't talk consumer behaviors without addressing how sustainability influences purchasing decision. So let's dive into how important sustainability is for Swiss consumers and how it impacts their buying choices. This slide shows that sustainability is a growing concern among Swiss consumers, with 71% of respondents indicating that they are sensitive to sustainable issues. However, there is a clear gap between attitudes and the actual purchasing behavior. In fact, only 40% of consumers made purchase decisions based on sustainability in the past year. Looking at consumer attitudes, the majority of respondents appreciate having information on sustainability to help making more informed decisions. However, 86% emphasize that while they value sustainable options, they still prefer to have the freedom to choose whether or not to prioritize them. Interesting to notice that 77% of consumers would be willing to wait longer for sustainable delivery, and 65% are even open to pay more for sustainable product, packaging, or delivery services. We have explored how consumer behavior is evolving and the role of sustainability plays in purchasing decisions. Now let's shift our focus on broader e-com trends shaping the market. In this section, we'll take a closer look at key drivers, emerging platform, and technological advancement that are defining the future of online retail. Let's start with omnichannel shopping. Omnichannel shopping has become the norm, with 80% of Swiss consumers engaging in at least one type of integrated online and offline retail experience. The most common behavior is searching and selecting product online, then completing the purchase in a physical store. This was reported by 55% of respondents. Additionally, 46% of respondents purchase online and pick up their item offline using methods like in-store pickup or lockers. Using smartphone to compare prices and products while in store is also widespread, with 45% of consumers adopting this practice. This blend of digital and physical shopping experience highlights how consumers are leveraging technology to make more informed purchasing decisions. When we look at the categories most involved in omnichannel shopping, fashion, we see that fashion leads the way with the 58% of consumer engaging in this behavior, followed by electronics. Omnichannel behavior have been widely adopted across all age group, but there are clear generational differences. Gen Z and millennials are leading the way in adopting omnichannel practices, making them the key demographics for integrated shopping experience. As you can see from the slide, 90% of Gen Z and millennials have engaged in at least one omnichannel behavior. These include practices like using smartphone to compare pricing in store or researching online before purchasing in a physical store, as we said before. When we break it down further, we see the 61% of Gen Z and 67% of millennials regularly use their smartphone to compare prices while in store, compared to just 28% of baby boomers. So this highlights how digital tools are deeply integrated into the shopping habits of younger consumers. Let's move on now to social media as a consumer experience. Social media plays an increasingly important role in a shopping journey for Swiss consumers. According to our data, 35% of Swiss consumers start their shopping experience through social media platforms. Facebook remains the most popular platform for this purpose, with 21% of consumers using it to discover products, although its popularity has slightly declined compared to previous year. Interesting to notice that Instagram is becoming instead a preferred platform, especially among the younger generation, with 50% of consumers using it to start their shopping journey. When we break down by generation, Gen Z and millennials are not surprisingly the primary user driving this trend. Among Gen Z, 44% use social media to begin their shopping journey, while 47% of millennials do the same. And again, for Gen Z, Instagram is the most popular starting point, while for millennials, still lean towards Facebook. As we move forward, let's explore two other emerging trends in the Swiss market: virtual tries-on and live streaming shopping. They are still at the early stage, but there are positive signs, particularly among younger consumers, especially for virtual tries-on. Virtual tries-on, where basically shoppers use digital tools like avatar or filters to test products, have been experienced by 12% of Swiss consumers overall. However, the adoption rate is notably higher among Gen Z and millennials. For those who tried virtual tries-on, 35% were influenced not to purchase the product because it helped them realize it wasn't right for them. On the other hand, 56% found the experience useful and decided to proceed with their purchase, and only 9% reported that it didn't impact their decision either way. Looking at live streaming shopping, it's still a very niche activity in Switzerland, with only 9% of consumers having tried it. Among those who did, opinions are mixed. So some found it positive, while others had a negative experience. Now that we have explored emerging shopping trends, it's time to dive into one of the most critical aspects of the online shopping experience, the payment methods. While there are extensive research dedicated solely to this topic, today I want to touch one I want to touch only one point and highlight a unique feature of the Swiss market, which is Twint. So when it comes to payment methods, Switzerland presents a high unique scenario, particularly with the strong presence of Twint, as I said. As we can see, credit card still dominates as the most used payment method, with 88% of Swiss consumer using them, which is comparable to the 85% seen in Italy. However, what sets Switzerland apart is the widespread adoption of Twint, with 61% of Swiss consumers using it for online payments. In contrast, Twint has no presence in the Italian market, where PayPal and other digital wallets are more common, used by 64% of consumers. Twint has rapidly become a go-to payment option in Switzerland, especially among Gen Z, where its usage already reached 70% last year and remains strong. Let's now shift our focus to one of the most dynamic sectors in e-commerce, the fashion industry. In this final section, we'll cover the key trends, consumer preferences, and challenges shaping the future of fashion in Switzerland. This slide is quite packed with data, but also full of interesting insights. So let's break it down and simplify the key takeaways to make the main point clearer. Swiss consumers tend to blend their shopping habits frequently, using both online and offline channels across various categories. This approach is particularly evident in the fashion industry. Oops, sorry. In the fashion industry, where basically 72% of consumer buy both online and offline. And this help, let's say, ranks the fashion industry as the second most purchased category online, with 83% of consumer buying or only online or online and offline. Interesting to note that fashion also stands out as the category with the highest number of dual channel shoppers, as I said. And this shows how the flexibility to move between channels is crucial for fashion sector. Other categories like electronics and entertainment tickets also see a high prevalence of online shopping, but the dual channel behavior is less, let's say, pronounced compared to fashion. On the other hand, categories like food or cosmetics or household and cleaning products still see a significant presence for online shopping. Travel and transportation, as well as the entertainment services, continue to be dominant by online purchases with very limited offline interactions. Now that we have set the stage for the fashion industry prominence in Swiss e-commerce, let's dive deeper into the specific shopping habits within this market, particularly focusing on how different fashion segments are approached by consumers. As we see, and we saw in the previous slide, online shopping in fashion is dominant, with 83% of Swiss consumers purchasing fashion items or only online or online and offline. Clothing leads the chart with 74% of consumer buying apparel online, and more than half of them buy shopping both online and offline. However, shoes stands out as an exception, with 34% of shoppers still preferring to buy exclusively in physical store. Footwear remains a category where consumers value the in-person experience, possibly due to the fit concern and the need to try on different options. In categories like watches, jewelry, and leather goods, we see that approximately half of Swiss population didn't make any purchases in the past year, indicating that these segments are more niche or anyway driven by luxury and special occasion buying. In this slide, we compare Italian market with the Swiss market. And we see that there is a high degree of similarity in the e-commerce penetration across the various fashion segments. For fashion accessories as a whole, in fact, both markets shows a strong preference for blended shopping, with the 72% of consumer in both countries shopping both online and offline. However, Switzerland has a slightly higher share of consumer, 11%, who shops exclusively online, while for Italy is 6%. When you break it down by category, clothing shows a comparable pattern in both markets. For shoes, both countries exhibit a significant offline preference, highlighting the continued importance of physical store in this segment. The most notable difference emerges in leather goods category. In Italy, in fact, leather goods are more common purchased online, 25% here, compared to Switzerland, which is less, possibly due to the Italy's strong heritage in luxury leather craftsmanship, and probably also a wider selection of product available locally. So as we wrap up our exploration of consumer behaviors and trends in the Swiss fashion market, this final data highlights how significantly Swiss consumer outspend compared with the Italian counterpart across all categories. This slide highlights a significant contrast in average early yearly spending on online purchases between Switzerland and Italy across multiple categories. Swiss consumers spend notably more across all segments, with fashion standing out as a key category, together with food, I would say, and also travel. But in fashion, let's say, Swiss consumers spend 81% more than Italian one. This is a considerable gap, I would say, and especially because actually it's consistent across all categories. This difference can largely be attributed to Switzerland's higher purchasing power and cost of living, which drive up both consumer spending and price points in the market. So we are almost done, I would say. Now we have covered the various insights and trends shaping consumer behavior in the Swiss market. Before to hand over to you with questions, I would like to share the main takeaways I took from these researches and I shared with you. So those are the points that I found more interesting. And so let's then discuss what are for your. So the first point is about where Swiss consumer is buying online, and we see the generous platform are the most popular choices for online purchases. The key drivers for online shopping are prices and the convenience. Third point is about payment methods. So Twint is a unique payment method in Switzerland, especially for younger consumer, and its adoption is increasing year over year. Fashion is leading industry for omnichannel behaviors with 80% of consumer buying omnichannel. Sorry, 58% of consumer buying omnichannel. Sustainability as a purchase driver, but it's quite interesting to see how there is still a gap between attitudes and actual behavior. 6 points about footwear. So physical store are still a preferred choice for footwear. And the last one is about the Swiss consumer spend, which is 81% more than the fashion in fashion than the Italian ones. So thank you everyone for listening this session. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is only an extract of the research studies that we have conducted in beginning 2024, so with the data related to 2023. After this session, all participants, so all of you, will be sent a promo code to download for free the research. So from the Dagora website. So yeah, you can with the code you can see basically the website where with the promo code that we will send you in the next days you can download for free. Any questions or comments? Anything you want to share? Okay. Thank you, Dasha. So basically, I don't know if Julia, we know that there is a class from university that is also will also work on this data and these studies. So if you have any question, feel free to ask, or also I'm available in the next days, in the next weeks, in case you want to deep dive or comment or share.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
ancora dentro qualcuno. Stop recording. Ok. Telefilm.